last evening, and we played now for 2 hours and 20 minutes as Quebec comes in, and there McGinley not taking any chances now. He's going to cover up on every opportunity, as probably will O'Neill.
Well, Randy McKay has to be flying. He got the tying goal for Quebec, and he was right there on the spot that time, trying to work his way in. But McKinley covers up, and the play stops. A shot of the bench. Overtime, a lot of tension. The Edmonton-Sherwood Park team just finished a 10-minute overtime period. They lost at 1 minute and 42 seconds of the second overtime period, and I'm sure they'd like to wrap this up before that second overtime period today.
Right, Mike, and once again a reminder, this is not sudden death. We will play a 10-minute straight overtime period, and then we will get into the sudden death if they still have not scored at the end of that time.
It certainly is going to be hard, though, for the Edmonton squad to maintain the momentum. It's been a long, long series for them. This series, the series against North Bay, the game against North Bay, rather, a tough job.
At the center ice area, it's backhanded in by Anderson for the Quebec team. In behind the net now, Quebec just seems to have the jump on Edmonton and Severson. They lays there in front of the net, and finally it's dumped out to center ice. After it goes Whittam. Long pass over on the far side. Anderson dumps it into the Edmonton zone. Now they've got a man breaking for in front of the net, and he's quickly covered by McBride. Comes back to center ice. Edmonton seems to be on the defensive as they just dump it down the ice, and that may get us an icing call. They wave it off. In behind the net. It gets caught up in some skates. They can't get it away. There's a backhand shot, weak, and doesn't get all the way in. Here comes McLean for Lac-Saint Louis. Over the blue line, call back on the offside with 8:25 left to go in the overtime period.
Well, we're on the acknowledgement trail. I'd like to really show our appreciation to the fans of the city of North Bay who came out to enjoy this hockey. They supported all of the teams. There was no booing. They were just good cheering, and they were really treated to a good hockey spectacle. And again, thanks to the fans who came out to watch the game.
Have we covered everybody, Mike?
Well,
Vince,
I'm not sure.
John?
We'll find somebody else.
Happy Easter. How about that? Happy Easter to all you people who are watching.
The girl who puts the coffee on in the coffee room.
The guards at the doors who let us in and out without too much trouble. We shouldn't get flippant here, Mike. There have a lot of people, hundreds of people, who have worked extremely hard to put on this tournament, and we just couldn't do anything without them at all. All our cable crew is volunteer, except for the three head honchos, and for volunteers, we've done an excellent job. Network quality. Backhand pass over on the other side. Teolis called on the offside. 7:58 left to go. All tied up at 4 apiece.
Quebec squad a little anxious on that play. They have to remember that it is a full 10 minutes, not to rush things, take their time, and do what they've been doing all game long. The same with Sherwood Park. They have to forecheck and put some pressure on the Quebec team, but so far they haven't been in the Quebec zone very long.
There's a pass that goes astray and back into the Edmonton blue line. They dump it ahead. It's over the blue line. Quebec in control in their own zone. Pass by Deba over on the far boards. Intercepted. Comes back to the point. Pinching in. Defenseman McKay. In behind the net. Up to center ice. They almost misplay that. And they're over the blue line. Quebec closing in. Shot. Good save there as Severson went down to block that one. Down into the Quebec zone. A fan on it. It trickles in. And O'Neill gives it off behind the net. Nice centering pass. Good effort there. It comes back to the point again. Shot. And number 7. McBride couldn't get a shot away. In behind the net. Edmonton now coming on. They center it. Knocked back in behind the corner. Now Quebec coming away. They're breaking out that right wing. Long pass over for Teolis. Teolis going in with Warenka. Warenka takes him out of the play. Quebec makes a line change. Pass. Pierce dumps it ahead. Here's Sven. Sven goes the end. Good save. On a hard shot by Sven, O'Neill was equal to the task. Up along the boards, Quebec breaking out. Here's a pass up through. Here comes Hurto. Hurto taking on the play. Following up in the play. It goes in, a good save there by number 4, Enos. And a Quebec again shot. That goes wide. 2 Quebec players in front of the net. Enos can't get anywhere. Comes over on this side. They can't keep it in, and it's outside the blue line. After it goes White. Quebec now, 4 of them in over the blue line. Over on the other side. Enos having difficulty. Puck dumped into McKinley, and he's going to hold on to it with 5:52 left in the overtime.
Darcy Norton really laid the body on Sean Whittam over by the boards, and Sean Whittam all day long has been dishing out some hard checks to the checks to the Edmonton squad, and he shows that he can take them as well as dish them out.
Did he say cheeks, John?
I don't know if he said chicks or cheeks, but he didn't say the right thing, that's for sure.
Face off to the left of McKinley. 5:50 now remaining in the overtime. In the first overtime. In behind the net. Bicknell tied up. And McKinley dumps it into the corner, and Edmonton has it along the board. There's Bicknell. Quebec closing in again. They try and center in front, and they're going to tie it up there with 5 minutes and 25 seconds left in the first overtime period.
Well, John, it looked like your prediction was going to come true. In the wrap last night at the end of the game, you predicted that you thought that the Edmonton Park squad would come through with an upset, and it's been close.
Well, really, I thought Sherwood Park would come in because they really had nothing to lose, because they were not expected to win. I feel they had the high going for them because Quebec just had a disheartening loss, and Sherwood Park, I have to apologize right here on behalf of maybe Cable 12, that Sherwood Park is not Edmonton. They are just Sherwood Park. And one of the parents from Sherwood Park players notified me in the morning saying that they are not Edmonton, they are Sherwood Park, and the Air Canada Cup Committee did not even know that themselves. We apologize to Sherwood Park for that.
Now Quebec over the blue line and pass right front. Oh, he fanned on it as Cerro couldn't get a shot away, and he had it go off his stick. So a close call there for Edmonton. Now getting ever dangerous, drawing down to the close of this overtime period. Nobody wants to get a goal scored on him now, Mike.
Number 15, Gaetan Cerro, slams his stick down on the ice, and well he might. He was wide open. He had the whole net, and the puck bounced off his stick.
In the overtime, you really can't afford to blow opportunities like that because you're not going to get very many, and when you get a chance, you have to really capitalize on it.
Face off to the right of McKinley. You come on, too many guys up here talking now. In behind the net, they shovel it in front of the net. And Edmonton come away. Pierce, pass over for Norton. Norton, it sits there in front of the net. And O'Neill had to make the save. So both teams having opportunities. There's a long pass. In behind the net. They tie it up. And Letray for Quebec. Sherwood Park. Now dump it in behind the net. It's up along the boards. Here comes Alberta. They close in, he fans on a shot. Oh, the shot almost got in there. Comes back to the point and out. Center ice. Edmonton. Nice move by Bicknell. He dumps it into the corner. Bounces in front, and O'Neill's going to cover up on that one. With 3 minutes and 47 seconds left to go in the first overtime period.
Sean Klooster, number 8, was breaking in along that far side, and he almost got in there in time. It was a good play using the boards, but Mike O'Neill anticipated that all the way and came out to smother the puck. By far, Bob, the Sherwood Park squad has not had the better of the play so far. Quebec has been taking it to them throughout this whole overtime period. 3 minutes, 47 seconds remaining in the first period of overtime.
All tied up at 4 apiece. A puck in the Quebec zone. There's a long pass through center ice. Morelli dumps it back into the Quebec zone and in behind the net, Frenette. Back St. Louis. Frenette. Dump it along the boards. Quebec, Sherwood Park keeps it in, but it comes back again. Nobody wants to make a mistake at this point in the game. Outside the blue line, here comes Barker. Barker's got a man with him. Cutting in, Barker. A good play there by Frenette to block that shot. Here comes Quebec again. They're breaking away. Over the blue line. In behind the net, Hebers decides to turn and go back the other way. Right in front of his own net. Oh, the coach would have a fit on that one. Now they bang away at it. Herbers again. This time saved a little bit of grace as he carries that puck away. Here comes Pierce. Pierce trying to center it. In behind the net. 2 minutes and 30 seconds now left. Right in front of the net. They bang away at it and they couldn't get it in. McBride center it. And a rebound. And a deflection in front of the net. That almost went in. Now Sherwood Park comes back to the point here, banging away at every opportunity, and O'Neill is going to cover up on that one. Now Sherwood Park coming on. Mike?
Oh, what a finish for Sherwood Park. They're just pouring it on. They don't want to have to go into that other overtime period if they can help it, and they had 3 or 4 excellent shots there. Number 16, Mike Gilmore, had 2 of them right from the slot. Mike O'Neill, playing very, very well, was able to stop both of those shots. But just prior to that, as you mentioned, Ian Hebers losing the puck right in front of his own net, and the coach just aged another 8 years on the bench in that particular play.
2 minutes, 15 seconds, fourth period, 4-4. Face off to the left. As Enos being called for a penalty. Empty net. They touch it and it's not going to count. But Mike, a penalty being called on the play by a referee.
Well, I think they were calling that penalty on number 4, Jim Enos, for his diving play, and if that's the case, I'd like to take a look at that in the replay because I believe he was going for the puck. I don't believe it was an intentional trip, but Jack Smith has done an outstanding job throughout the tournament. Let's just see on the replay just exactly what did happen on that particular play. Well, that must have been a tough penalty to call. We're not going to see it on the replay, but tough spot for Jack Smith with only 2 minutes left to call a penalty like that.
Well, Mike, that would be a heartbreaking way to lose it. 1:35 left to go. And Quebec on the power play. Called on the offside.
Well, from our vantage point up here, it looked like Jim Ennis had made a fine defensive play in diving for the puck, and that, from our vantage point up here, looked legal, but Jack Smith is closer to the action. He has a better perspective of things, and I'm sure he made the right call.
He's got a lot of guts calling that, Mike.
Oh, no question about that, Vince. With only 2 minutes left, and the fans really reacted to that call.
Now Quebec in over the blue line. In behind the net. And along the boards, Sherwood Park trying to get it out. They can't get it out, and it's back to the point. Shot. Nobody knows where it is. It was stopped by Hebers. Back to the point. 1 minute left. Shot. That goes wide. Teolis in the crease, and Hebers is going to have to clear him out of the crease. Pass again. Sherwood Park finally dumping down the ice with 48 seconds.
Well, Mike Teolis has spent as much time in the crease in the last 30 seconds as McKinley has, but still no goal.
And Mike, if Sherwood Park can kill off this penalty, it's going to give them a lift, I'm sure. Puck. They slowly carry it over the blue line. 27 seconds left. Now Quebec coming away. Now they've got 3-on-2. Into the corner. In behind the net, they try and center a nice play there by the Sherwood Park player, number 2, Storts. Backhand shot, hit the side of the net. He should have cleared that right away, Mike. Just holding on to it too long. Puck in behind the net. That's going to take care with 1 second left to go, and it looks like Edmonton may have killed off this penalty.
Well, McKinley's down on the ice, and he looked injured when Mike Teolis backed into him there. They had their sticks up a little wee bit at each other. I'm sure it was an accidental play, but he looked injured from that point on, and it's a good thing that the Quebec team did not have any good hard shots on him, because you could tell that he was injured from that point. The Edmonton defense, I guess I shouldn't say Edmonton, but the Sherwood Park defense did a good job in not allowing that puck to go out to the point. Now watch the replays here. Number 14 holding on to the puck, taking the hard check. He did not want that puck to go out to the point and have that hard shot come in, so he punished himself to hold on to it, and it was an excellent defensive play with only 1 second remaining in the first overtime period. 12 seconds remaining in the penalty, so the Sherwood Park squad has done an extremely good job here in the end of the overtime period.
Right, Mike, and that's going to bring up sudden death overtime in a semi-final consolation final game, and Quebec coming close even at the whistle. So now we've got a 4-4 tie, 11 seconds left in the penalty, and sudden death overtime now coming up.
Well, Vince, your comments.
Great game. Edmonton, I should say, Sherwood Park played a heck of a hockey game. They're underdogs going into this one. Quebec coming back to tie it up, and now with the power play, 11 seconds left. Anything can happen at an overtime period. I don't know, Mike. All these games going overtime is kind of getting crazy at the moment right now.
Well, it certainly is a fantastic, exciting finish to this tournament for both of these two teams. Overtime is always exciting. Sudden death overtime, doubly exciting, but a lot of action in that third period. Mike Teolis getting Quebec even at the 3-minute mark, assisted by White. And then Edmonton came right back. Hebers, the big defenseman, making a fine play and hard work. Whittam right back to tie it up again for Quebec. And then Edmonton takes the lead and a goal by White. And then in the dying seconds of the game, with only 18 seconds remaining, McKay gets the even-up goal to send them into the first overtime period. And what a finish, Bob.
Right, Mike, and we'll be right back with a sudden death overtime period in just a moment. Well, Mike, it comes down again to sudden death overtime, as it did between North Bay and Quebec. North Bay and Sherwood Park, I'm sorry.
Sherwood Park, no stranger to sudden death overtime, as they lost to North Bay in 1 minute and 42 seconds, and I'm sure they'd like to turn that around and get that early goal now.
So Sherwood Park getting themselves out of a big hole, and that penalty is now over, as they've managed to kill off that late penalty in the regular overtime period. Now back to live action. Puck along the boards. Over on the other side. Remember, the first goal scored wins. The last overtime period didn't go too long. 2 or 3 minutes, I believe, Mike.
1 minute, 42 seconds, Bob. It ended very quickly, but we're almost past that stage here now.
Now here, Sherwood Park coming in, goes right in. Oh, that's the wide open net as McNeil had committed himself. In along the boards. And Sherwood Park coming close, having the first real good opportunity here. Puck all the way down the ice, and McGinley had to stop it. Now coming back. Long shot. Oh, that missed the open corner. Mike, I was almost in. As O'Neill.
Mike O'Neill looked a little casual on that one, Bob.
He sure did. That could have been in. It would have been an inch or two this side. Now Quebec coming back again. Here's Teolis. Always dangerous. Centers it. And Edmonton. Sorry about that. Sherwood Park. Dumps it. Along the boards. Now they're cutting in again. They're cutting in. Faked the shot and couldn't get it away. Teolis in behind the net. Center it right front. They bang away at it. Sherwood Park cleared it out to center ice. Now here comes McBride. McBride shot again. He missed that And Mike O'Neill staying back and too far on those. That's 2-0 that have got by him and almost went in the that stick side.
He looks a little tense, Bob, but we'll see. He'll have another opportunity. He's out of the net now. He's coming out to block down the ankle, as you mentioned. He is starting to move a little bit more now in his net.
Now the puck in behind the net. Quebec. 17:32. In behind the net. It sits there. They center in front, and it comes back to the point. Here's Wawrinka. Shot. Good save. At that time, O'Neill was out to make a save. Now Quebec 2-on-1. Here's Teolis coming in. Teolis. Backhand shot. Oh, this wide. And Teolis and Anderson almost connecting. Now they dump it down the ice. Icing waved off. Goes right to the goalie O'Neill. At center ice, Sherwood Park can't pick it up. Finally, they grab it. Pass over for Barker. Barker closing in. He's in behind the net. Tied up. Puck comes loose. Over here for Anderson. He gives it away. Over on the other side, picked up. And White dumps it out to center ice. McLean off a skate. Over the blue line again. They center in front of the net. And here comes Darren Severson. Severson. Long pass. Bounced in. Too far for Gilmore. Gilmore shot. Oh, rebound. And that was a close one on the short side. Now Quebec steps over the blue line. Comes back to the point. In behind the net. They dump it out. Kept in. No, not kept in. It comes out almost stolen there by Pierce. All the way down the ice. Back for Picknell. 3 minutes, 30 seconds gone by in the overtime. Still tied up at 4 apiece. Over the blue line. Sherwood Park dumps it back to center ice. Tipped down the ice, no icing on a good reach there by the Quebec player. Over on the other side. Sherwood Park trying to get it out. It comes out to center ice now. Going after it there is number 15, Norton. They close in. Norton in front of that. Center it back, and he should have taken a shot, Mike. He gave it to Sven, and Sven couldn't get a shot away.
Well, Norton was all alone. A good hard shot might have ended it right there.
Puck in behind the net. They dump it up along the boards. Here comes Barker. Barker for Spink. Barker picks it up. Spink is caught in over the blue line. That's going to be offside. As a good play by the Quebec player, Mike, to hold Spink inside that blue line.
Well, a little bit of interference, but nothing serious. Just doing what he has to do, getting the offside call. A good defensive play. But, Bob, we've seen classic play by both of these clubs in overtime, end-to-end action. Sherwood Park doing what they have to do, doing what they've been doing throughout the series, and that's forecheck and hard work. The Quebec team relying on the fast break, the good skating of Mike Teolis and company, and they're on there right now moving in.
There's a shot right on, the save by McKinley. In behind the net. Quebec in control. They center in front. Backhand pass, and they couldn't get a good shot away. Here's a shot from the point. Kept in and a nice play. But it's called on the offside.
Close call again at the Sherwood Park blue line. A lot of fours on the clock up there. 4-4 tie with 14-14 remaining in the sudden death overtime. First sudden death overtime period.
It's dumped all the way down the ice. In behind the net. Morelli has it for Sherwood Park. Oh, stolen in front of the net. Morelli lost it. Here's Teolis. Oh, what a save by McKinley. And Morelli, Mike, should go over and give McKinley a little hug for that one.
Well, he certainly should. That would be a tough thing to live with all the way back home, and it's a long, long trip. Now watch the replay of this. A giveaway on Morelli's part as the forechecking. There it is. The good hard work by number 10 out behind Mike Teolis gets the puck. He has been effective, but McKinley right there to hold on and make the stop.
There's a shot. McKinley grabs. And McKay, and they're looking for a rebound for Lac St. Louis.
Number 7 ready to take the draw.
Puck comes out to center ice. Here comes Pierce. Pierce cutting in. Rebound, carry through and shoot. Oh, good save by number 5, Frenette, as he blocked that shot. Now Quebec. Here's Thibodeau. Right to center in front. Comes along the boards. Anderson in control. He dumps it in behind the net. Now Sherwood Park. It's Spink. Gives it over off to Morelli. Morelli up. After it, and Spink can't reach it. Spink closes in. Oh, that's the wide open corner. In behind the net. Bicknell can't get it out loose, and it comes to Quebec on there, breaking away. Up and down action. They center it in front and just failed to go off the stick of McLean. Now Sherwood Park. They're going to dump it in. They want a line change. A little bit of stick work, Mike, going on in the corner between one of the Sherwood Park players. I don't know who it was.
Well, they had sticks up at each other, but I don't think it was anything intentional. He looked like he just got caught, and he fell down. Another injury again in this game. It looks like Randy McKay down on the ice, and they'd certainly hate to lose him. He has been a standout. He got their tying goal to put them into this overtime. Now that's just behind the action a little bit. You can't quite see it, but there's McKay down on the ice. He again appears to have the wind knocked out of him. He looks injured. But just prior to that, Sherwood Park missing that excellent opportunity. That puck just rolled past the corner. Very, very close try.
So the good opportunity is kind of evening itself up. Quebec has had a few extra chances, as has Sherwood Park.
Number 17, McKay, you saw him there on the screen, all right, going back to the bench. He'll take a regular shift.
Now all the way down. After it goes Hertel. He's being watched by Stortz, and he gets it over on the other side. Comes back in behind the net. Look, Letray looking for it. Up along the boards. It's being tied up there. We're going to get a whistle. With 7 minutes and 29 seconds gone by in sudden death overtime.
Well, Bob, if the final game of this Air Canada Cup is anything like this game, the fans are in for a real treat. This overtime period has been full of end-to-end action, and just the fact that we have overtime, it's so exciting from a spectator standpoint, so tough on coaches, players, and the parents of the kids in the stands, but I'll tell you, it certainly is an exciting finish to just a fine, fine tournament.
That puck bounces out of play, and we'll have another face-off. Again to the right of McKinley. Both teams having some excellent opportunities here in this overtime period. At stake, third place, bronze medal in the Air Canada Cup. Sherwood Park. In behind the net. There's Warinka having some difficulty. Finally, it comes out to Norton. And I think, Mike, that most of the fans here are cheering for Sherwood Park to win, but the Quebec supporters are very vocal.
Well, Sherwood Park was the underdog coming into this, and they certainly had a fine showing against North Bay. So from the North Bay fan standpoint, they have to be somewhat of a sentimental favorite. But on the other hand, the Lac St. Louis squad has worked hard throughout the tournament. They did not lose a game until their loss the other day. They had an outstanding record, a very, very good round. The only game they lost was against Notre Dame by that 7-4 score. So they deserve to be here, and a lot of people feel that they have the better hockey team, but they look fairly evenly matched from what we've seen today.
All right, Mike, and now we're down to 9:55 gone by in the overtime period. 8:55, sorry. Puck in behind the net. Here comes Quebec. They almost lose it, and Teolis has it. Teolis, nice move, didn't quite get by. And Quebec give it a man alone in front of the net, hit the side of the net. Morelli. They get it out over the blue line. Here comes Spink. Spink cutting in. Spink. And he missed that open side. Sherwood Park, little trickle shot in, rebound. Oh! What a save by O'Neill, Mike. I'm sure that was headed for that left-hand corner.
Well, Mike O'Neill looked anything but casual on that play as he stuck out that chopper and just snared that hard slap shot. Slap shot coming right from the slot, as you will see. Now watch right in the middle, just below the Centennial sticker, the hard shot and the glove grab. An excellent stop by O'Neill as he keeps his team in the playoffs.
Now Quebec getting control. They try and get it out. It scoots in behind the net. After it goes Frenette. On the other side, Sherwood Park keeps it in. Shot. That deflects off a skate and goes wide. On the other side now, Sherwood Park coming. Chasing. Down the ice.
Well,
McKay falls.
That's Randy McKay with the puck. He was just injured, so he seems to be well enough after that fall in the corner.
Icing waved off, and the play hits the side of the net. And number 4, Whittam, hitting his own net on that play. That man, Mike, still trying to carry the puck out of the net, and that's dangerous in front of your own net. You should be dumping it up along the boards. There's a pass through. Comes back. That's going to be waved off as the man was in position to play it. Along the boards, Sherwood Park can't keep it in. It's over on the other side. They've got 2-on-1. And here comes McLean for Lac St. Louis. Edmonton. Sorry about that. Sherwood Park centered it, and it goes to the point, and a shot goes into McNeil.
Well, the saving point of that particular play was number 11, Pierce, getting back to back check to take the Quebec player off the puck and nullify that scoring opportunity. That's been the key throughout the whole tournament for this team. As we said before, both teams appear evenly matched. Quebec going on their skating, their speed, their breakout skills, and not so strong defensively. Sherwood Park, only one really good scoring line, but hard work. They've got the grinders, the diggers in the corner, and the good defensive play.
Now pass up to center ice. They fan on it. And Spink almost got loose. Quebec trying to clear it out. Weak. Can't get it out. It's kept in. Finally, they dig it out. There's a pass. Here comes Hurto. Hurto cutting in, and a nice play there by Hebers. That comes back to the point again, and it couldn't. They kept in by James Deba. So Herber's getting back to make a good play. McGinley dumps it along the corner, and it comes to the blue line, but not out. Shot high over top of the net. Out on the other side. It goes back for White. Rattray dumps it in, and Sherwood Park's going to dump it down the ice. And we're going to get a face-off with 10 minutes and 39 seconds gone by in the overtime period.
Ian Heber's making that good play again, but Bob, you know, that play was almost exactly the same as the play that he took the 2-minute penalty on just prior to the end of the 10-minute overtime period. But good defensive work again by Ian Hebers of the Sherwood Park squad.
Buck tied up long enough to get a whistle. The face-off will be to the left of McKinley.
Shot total right now stands at 40-38 in favor of the the Sherwood Park squad. It's tough to get out of that habit. We've been saying that throughout the whole week. And
our apologies, Michael. That's the name given to us by Air Canada, and that's the way we called it. Shot, oh, good save, and McKinley kicks that one out on a quick wrist shot. Again, tied up along the boards. Finally, it comes loose. There's a pass. Over. Here comes Sherwood Park. Got a man loose on the other side. And a good play. They bang away at it, and a good play there by Michel Thibodeau. They center it over on the other side, and Thibodeau prevented a goal, and that played that beautifully as the man was loose on the other side. It's over the blue line. They're closing in. shot. Oh, what a save by O'Neill. In behind the net. They center it back again. Captain Neely here to cut a shot right on. Rebound.
Good stop by Mike O'Neill. Pierce sticks up in the Quebec crease, but to no avail. Good pressure by the Sherwood Park squad, but not able to convert that to a goal. Michel Thibodeau making a fantastic defensive play, sliding over to block that pass on the 2-on-1 play. The player wide open in front of the Quebec net, but there's the good shot. He's down blocking it, and Pierce sticks up with number 6, Michel Thibodeau, who had made that good defensive play. Good defense, Bob, on both ends of the ice.
From the faceoff, Hebers, a shot right in front of the net, deflected. Now Quebec's got a man out at center ice, trying to break out quickly. Oh, McNeely missed that one and it went wide. They try and center it again. Here comes Sherwood Park. Long pass up, too far. O'Neill's going to have to play it into the corner. They poke away at it. 3 Sherwood Park players in behind the net, nobody in front. Now Quebec coming away. Anderson had it checked off his stick. Sherwood Park having difficulty getting control. Now they're Quebec coming back down. There's a hard shot over the top of the net. Coming down, icing waved off. Over on the other side. Delayed offside. They come out over the blue line.
That was a beautiful body check, Bob. Beautiful body check.
Now they still can't get over as number 18, Picknell, working hard. Here's Quebec coming in. Hard shot. Oh, from this angle, it looked like that was going in. Comes back to center ice. There's a player hurt again, blocking that shot. Another block shot. He dims it away into the corner. Number 2, Storms is hurt on the play. Bounces in front of the net. They bang away. Rebound. It's tied up underneath somebody. Finally, it comes loose, and they bang away.
Bob, that shot hit the crossbar. That was almost in. What a shot. What play by the Sherwood Park defensive players, but he is hurt. What a shot he took. You see the cluster of players there? Quebec coming very, very close as they put extended pressure on the Sherwood Park squad. Good shots in their zone, but just not able to convert it to a goal.
13 minutes and 16 seconds gone by in the sudden death overtime.
You know, Bob, McKinley looks red hot on those in-close shots, but on those long slap shots, rather, he appears to be playing them a little bit too casually. That one shot almost went in.
O'Neill was, I think, guilty of the same kind of infraction early on in the overtime. Anyway, they have certainly tightened up, and the adrenaline's flowing now. There's a man close in front of the net, and Quebec, number 14, Paget, almost got a shot on McKinley. In behind the net. Excellent action here in this overtime. What's going to happen is somebody's going to make a mistake, Mike, and I think that's going to win it. Puck dumped down the ice, waved off, as Whittam comes away. He's going to backhand it in himself. It's in behind the net. Over on the other side, here's Pierce. Pierce just gets it out over the blue line. There's a pass up ahead, nobody there for Sherwood Park. And it comes back over center ice. Back into his own zone goes Storts. Bad pass up along the board, shot. And McGinley played that one. Pass in front of the net, all the way, backhand shot. They bang away at it. They count it, Mike. They count it. They count it. I heard the whistle go at exactly the same time that goal went in. Exactly the same time. And
well, let's see the replay of that. The Edmonton players, or the Sherwood Park players, are incensed. Well, you can expect that. They are really upset. You see the captain, Bill Innes. Oh, he's just turned referee Smith around. He can't do that. But what a lot at stake.
Well, Mike, we don't like to see a game won like that. I heard the whistle and the light go on at the same time. I think the players are trying to claim it was knocked down with a high stick. And the fans booing here. What can we say? The whistle and the light went on at the same time. We got to try and get a replay of it and see if we can see the light.
Well,
I think it's a good call by the referee.
Again, Jack Smith was right there. He had the perfect angle on it. He was standing right there. He made no hesitation at all. The red light did go on. He called it a goal. It's in the net. It's academic now.
Right, Mike, it's a heartbreaking way to have to lose a game, but both teams played exceptionally well, and what can we say? It was a goal, and that's all there was to it, and sometimes you like them to win by 4 or 5 goals, but then that doesn't make for a good game. This is a good kind of exciting hockey.
Fans of North Bay, and in fact the fans everywhere who are watching this game, to a fine hockey spectacle.
Now we're going to have the presentation of the 3 stars, and on behalf of Mike and myself, we'd like to thank you all for watching us. Thank you for your many good comments on the games. We'd like to thank the many people who have helped us bring you this game. Special thanks to Tony Ceresia of Ceresia Tailoring, the Pine Hill Coffee Shop, Coffee Club, Dick Prescott down in the Centennial Depot, who have given us our nice crest that we're going to keep and we're not going to give back. A lovely souvenir from the Air Canada
Cup. No
Cup.
question about that. Brett Pierce getting the 3rd star, Bob, as we mentioned before. 2 goals for the Sherwood Park squad. He worked very, very hard, and he certainly does deserve that star selection.
So Whittam gets a 2nd star.
Well, as we mentioned, Sean Whittam, 2 goals and a defensive power for the Lac St. Louis Lions. What a hockey player, and what a tournament he has had.
Well, as you mentioned, Mike, Hurto getting the 1st star.
Well, when you get the goal in overtime with only 3 or 4 minutes left in the 2nd overtime period, after they'd played 15, 16, 17 minutes of the 2nd overtime period, well, he deserves the star. That's quite an honor, quite a thrill. That's a goal that he will remember for the rest of his life, Bob.
On behalf of McLean Hunter Cable Television, all our crew here in the sports booth, we'd like to thank you for watching, and we'll be right back in a few moments with the playoff roundup, Mike, at least what we've got.